Simone Biles attacked another athlete on Twitter last week. Now she wants to apologize because she's supposedly learned better.
Simone Biles apologizing to Riley Gaines following their online spat over transgender athletes. Biles wrote on X, quote, "I've always believed competitive equity and inclusivity are both essential in sport. The current system doesn't adequately balance these important principles. It didn't help for me to get personal with Riley, which I apologize for." Here's how Gaines reacted to that apology.
I accept the apology. Those personal attacks that she issued back last weekend, they didn't hurt my feelings. That's not what hurt my feelings about her remarks. What hurt me personally about what she chose to tweet out was how she was so willing and so quick to sell out young girls. That is the problem that I had here.
Simone Biles, she apologizes to Riley Gaines. Okay, cool. You're right in your mistakes. But what exactly is she apologizing for? Simone Biles threw a tantrum on Twitter after Riley Gaines commented on a post about a trans athlete. This is what the post said. So for context, there was a picture of a youth baseball team with the trans athlete. Riley quote tweeted and said, "Comments off, LOL, to be expected when your star player is a boy." Simone Biles responded, "You're truly sick. All of this campaigning because you lost the race. Straight up sore loser." Riley Gaines tied with a transgender swimmer, Leah Thomas, for 5th place back in 2022. Leah Thomas, just last year in 2024, lost a court battle about competing in the 2028 Olympics. They said it's not happening. So that's the comment Simone is talking about here. She says, "You should be uplifting the trans community and perhaps finding a way to make sports inclusive or creating a new avenue where trans feel safe in sports. Maybe a trans category in all sports, but instead you bully them. One thing for sure is no one in sports is safe with you around." The part that's most shocking to me is you should be uplifting the trans community and finding ways to be more inclusive. Why? What if I don't believe in that? What if I say you should be advocating against boys competing with girls and men competing against women? Why do I have to champion the ideas that you like, even if it's against my morals, even if it's against my values? This is one of the many problems with our society. You have the most decorated gymnasts in history, 11 Olympic medals, saying more men need to compete against women. This is how you get Caitlyn Jenner winning Woman of the Year. Now, don't get it misconstrued. People can live their lives however they want. I'll call you what you want to be called, but at some point, we have to draw the line. Years ago, we were debating about bathrooms, and we were supposed to let the feelings of the trans adult trump the feelings of the families that were taking their kids to use the toilet. Y'all remember that? Then we were debating about how young is too young to transition. Now we're constantly having the debate if people with XY chromosomes should be in the same physical challenges as people with XX chromosomes. And Simone Biles, she wants to backtrack. She got personal. She unleashed on Riley for something that shouldn't be that controversial. Because in my mind, this should be something that we all can agree on. But clearly we can't, and you have the right to your opinion. You don't have the right to make me repeat and champion your opinion. But Riley said she accepts the apology, and that's cool, but I do wonder if Simone actually feels in her heart what she said was wrong. Or is it about money and sponsors? Maybe Simone Biles is a little late to the party, but I feel like most people are moving on from overcorrecting in PC culture since 2020. Every opposing opinion is not hateful. Some people just want fair competition. They want a chance to win and not for someone to switch sports because they weren't dominated on the other side. And if it isn't about winning, then people like Leah Thomas, they can put their energy into advocating to keep competing against men. but that would be too much like right, and you wouldn't have the advantages that you have to compete against women. I'm going to read Riley's last comment because she said it best. This is actually so disappointing. It's not my job or the job of any woman to figure out how to include men in our spaces. You can uplift men still in championships and women's sports with your platform. Men don't belong in women's sports, and I say that with my full chest.